Hello and welcome to this drink review of a drink called NOCCO Arancia Orange Pomegranate. So, let's see how this tastes. I have some salmon in front of me. So, I just want to drink with my salmon. So, I'm probably gonna do some comments after I've eaten. So, there's gonna be a cut. Oh, pretty carbonated. It smells very orange juicy. It smells like, orange juice with the pith. Which is kind of orange juice that I like. I like the orange juice with, well, the pith. I think it's called pith in English. It's called fruktkött or kött. Like fruit meat in Sweden, in Swedish. I think it's called pith in English. So, that's how it looks. I don't really get any like pomegranate smells. Sweetness and sourness levels, very good. But it's very weak on the actual fruit flavors. I'm not getting any pomegranate. To be fair, pomegranate isn't really the most favorite fruit. I've had it, especially when we were, on vacation in Greece. I would have it a lot. It's not my favorite. And then the orange flavor is also very muted. So I like the levels of sourness and sweetness, but I would like more like an orange flavor, like bump that up a bit. But then again, I mean, I don't necessarily love artificial orange flavors, so maybe that's why it's pretty muted. But I would like something more, because the initial flavor is kind of like that bitterness that you get a little bit from, when you bite into like an orange. Like the initial is like an orangey bitterness. And then you get that sweetness and sourness, but it's not an orange sweetness and sourness. It's just sweetness and sourness, not like a fruit type. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't buy this again, but I don't think it's horrific. But I don't think it's bad. But I would not buy it again. I'm gonna eat, and then I'll do some comments. Hello. Yeah, it's been like 40 minutes. It took me some time to be able to find comments, because now YouTube has changed the comments, because there was like comments that I've seen. I'm like, wait, they're no longer showing up. Why is that? I looked to see, okay, well, I don't have any filters on. What's going on? So I needed to put on filters and put on like all of the filters to be able to see all of the comments. Retarded. So let's see. Now I can scroll down. Let's see. I answered this. Oh wait, I don't know if I answered this. Do you dislike C-3PO and but hate R2? I think I responded to that in the Jedi Academy parts that are gonna come up. The one that I'm not sure is a comment by Duplain that says, I don't think there's a red Twi'lek in Star Wars who didn't go bad. And I don't know if my answer to this is in the 5.5 episode. Because that one is members only. Because, well, the 0.5 episodes, I'm gonna make those members only, because it's, if something just happens where basically nothing happens, that's where those goes. But when you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? I don't think I've seen that either. So I do wonder, because when you think about Twi'lek's colors, they're like green, blue, and like bluish yellow, basically their skin colors are just colors of like the quote-unquote good kyber crystals, right? While maybe it is that when a Twi'lek absorbs the dark side, maybe they become more red. Kind of like how human eyes become red, right? With the more dark side they have in them, their eye color start getting more red. So maybe, I don't think they thought about that. I think the reason why red Twi'leks are red, or Sith Twi'leks are red, or Dark Jedi, as they're called in this game, while they are red, it's just to show they're evil, they're red. I think that's just how simple it is. But it is interesting to think that maybe, the Force kind of like changes. What would that be called? Melanin? Yes, melanin. I think it's what those are called. Maybe that it changes their melanin. I was about to say melatonin, but no. That's the sleep hormone. So, yeah. I think maybe for Twi'leks, their skin color change, and then humans, the eye color change with the dark side. A comment by Lazul. The previous comment was by Duplin. Now this one is by Lazul. That was the strategy in Pokemon Sword and Shield tournaments, just stalling the Dynamax and stuff. Yeah, it was. And Dynamax is my least favorite gimmick. I hate Dynamax. It is so strong. Basically, it's like a Mega and then what's called Z move in one. And it affects both your Pokemon, like gives them boosts. It's not fun. I think that's the biggest problem with it. It's not fun to play. It's not fun to use. I don't really like the gimmicks that has like no negatives to them. Because Mega Evolution, for example, to be able to Mega Evolve, well, you need to give up an item slot. If you want to use a Z move, you have to give up an item slot. And only one Pokemon can use it, the Pokemon with the item, And if you have two Pokemon with that item, well, only one of them can use it per battle. I say that, then it's kind of like, you know what? Terrestrialization is also pretty good. Like when it comes to the more competitive, I think terrestrialization is really good. In-game, not really. Because the only ones that really use it are, important characters, gym leaders, Elite Four members, and you know what their terrestrialization is gonna be, right? So, there's no strategy there. But when it comes to gameplay, terrestrialization is my second favorite gimmick after Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution is my top when it comes to fun, how it looks, and gameplay. And then after that, number 2 is terrestrialization with gameplay, but Z move for just the overall fun of it. Like you get one power move, and that's it. It's just one, right? And yeah. Hopefully Gen 10 will go back to Mega Evolution as a gimmick. Because of the fact that Legend ZA is going to have Mega Evolutions. So, we'll see. I don't think so. But it would be cool. Ren Ellie Bregts 64. Why not use Yamper or Electrike from the start? And that was on my Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Nessa Gym Battle number 2. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned where the other 2 comments are from. The comment by Lazul was also on, Nessa Gym Battle, but number 1 out of 2. Those shorts. And then the comment by Duplin was on Let's Play Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy Part 4. 3. I haven't answered number 4 yet. But I answered it in Part 7, so... But just a simple part when asking what difficulty am I on. I think I'm on normal. I mean, when I had to restart because of my save file was gone, I just used whatever was. Because, like the default. Because it actually saved. And that's one thing about Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. When you're trying to start a new game, a new character, it actually saves the type of character you used previously. So that's pretty good. Even though I do think I changed the color a little bit. But it already had the male Rodian with the type of clothing and all that I had previously. But I do think I am on normal. I wouldn't want to play it on hard. So I'm already struggling a bit. When going up against Force users. Okay, now let's answer the comment by Rene. Why not use Jamper Electrike from the start? I think I did that in my previous attempts. I mean, the attempt that is coming up on like these shorts are the attempt that I won. I will say Nessa, the gym battle version of her, I think was the most difficult gym leader in that game. If I remember correctly, I mean, I think it's been like 2 years, maybe even 3 since I played Sword and Shield, which is insane. It's been that long. Because especially since I wasn't using Dynamax myself, I decided I'm not going to use Dynamax. So when she... When she Dynamaxed her Pokemon, she would one-shot my Jamper and Electrike, and I kind of needed those. So I think the reason I didn't use them from the start in the attempt that I won is because I used my other Pokemon to kind of like stall out Basically, they were kind of like Death Fodder in a sense, to stall out her Dynamax. Because when she sets up the rain, her gym leader version, I think, had Swift Swim, I think, which is pretty cool that it has Swift Swim as its ability, so that it becomes super fast. Like, none of my Pokemon would be faster than it if it's raining. And then it would just one-shot my Yamper and Electrike because, well, they're not bulky. So I think that's why. But I don't remember, to be fair. It's been, like I said, 2, maybe 3 years. Let's see. When I played on Sword, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Show all. It went live on the 3rd of October 2023. Yeah, so 2 years, not 3. But 2 years ago. And that's that. Those are the comments. And I just... Okay, wait, now the comments work. I was gonna be like, oh shit. I went out of the community tab, so now I'm gonna have to redo the filters. But no filters are on, and it's actually showing the comments. Which is weird, because I kind of like updated and I refreshed the site before and it didn't work. So I guess I just needed to turn all the filters on. I'm gonna assume it was a bug, probably. Because now I can also see a comment by Xanicat on my Let's Play Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy Part 1. Can you please try the Batman Sour Green Apple drink once more? It would fulfill my life once more. I mean, I've already tried it, didn't like it, but if you want that, I would say, donate, I think, $10 and I'll do it. $2 to buy the drink, $3 gonna go to YouTube and taxes, And then the remaining gonna go to actually shipping the drink. So if you want that, donate $10. Otherwise, no. Because I've already tried that, or already done the drink review of it. You know? I mean, my recommendation would be rewatch the video if it would, fulfill your life. It is the drink that I'm thinking of, right? Yes, it is. And I didn't like it, so. Thumbs up and goodbye.